For our next lovely reader, we have Zach Wilson, who is an MFA fiction writer. Zach hates ranch dressing but loves Cool Ranch Doritos. He lives with a pair of mismatched cat siblings and a duo of fabulous human roommates, and writes mostly about the complexities of queer and indigenous identities in the South. What Zach doesn't know is that he was going to live in an apartment with his partner, the Pine Sol lady, Diane Amos, in Nashville, where they will have 69 children, and Zach will support them as a UPS driver. Among his 8 zillion publications, the first of which will be dedicated to Diane Amos, the Pine Sol lady of his heart. So without further ado, Zach Wilson.
Thank you. Yeah, so it's the thesis, and I feel like I should give some kind of like big closing speech, but I don't know what to say, so I'll just say thank you. Cool, that was easy to get a cheer for. All right, so I actually, my thesis and I are on a break right now, so I decided to read translated poems because it's another part of the MFA program that is pretty unique and really like opened up something for me. So I translated some poems by Angelo Nestor from Spain. He lives in Madrid, and they mostly just talk about like queerness and identity, and I liked them a lot. So I'm gonna read like 4 of those for you, and then I'm gonna read one short poem that I wrote pretty soon after I moved to Vegas, and then it just felt like the right thing to end with. So, all right, so the first one's called And Who Am I? In the morning, I abandon my sex. At sunset, I come back to it when I get naked to get into the shower. My mother always says I have the build of my father. With the vapor in the mirror, the outline is wider, more generous. I draw a straight line with my fingers. With my hand, I undo it. In the eyes, I keep the sadness of the dolls meant to be played with by daughters and that my parents ended up giving away. The cold water brings me to my body. I hide myself between my legs. The next is called If My Father Tells Me. If my father tells me, be a man, I shrink like a larva, nail the abdomen under the hook. Soft, like a mollusk without shell, I feel dismantled, but don't lose my head. I wonder then, what is the use of having learned 4 languages if the words are not heard underwater, if they are only for writing poems? This one is called When I Got the Bar Wrong. I'm the type of friend who always asks for another round in the bars. I don't have children. I'm the only child of a dynasty of bastards that fills the stomach and self-destructs. My friends, however, are parents, searching for an excuse to come home late, always inviting me out for another, never wanting me to leave. They look at me 100 times, and 100 times tell me how difficult it is, how lucky I am. They don't see the ants that climb up my leg. They drink time with their parents' mouth, swallow it with their parents' saliva, and I become smaller and smaller, and their children bigger and bigger. And at 40, at 50, I will return to the same bar on the corner, and then those who are children today will ask why there are so many ants in my mouth, because their parents' friend still thinks he is young. At 50, at 60, who will take me home, protect my bones beneath the sheets? At 60, maybe, at 70, who will answer my questions? Who will tell me how difficult it is, how lucky I am, until one day I get confused and ask for another round in front of the light of my fridge. And then this is the last translated one, and it's called Kindling. Like one who rearranges the furniture in the house, I am searching for some peace, so I am ready to burn the bridges that hold everything masculine I knew. With my heart, I was incendiary, kindled the fire, illuminated the road, sat to wait, but you did not come. And while the giant building burned, I could only see the light and the uncertain future of the ashes. I have honored the father until he became my intimate enemy. And as a child, I always sat where I belonged, feet together toward nowhere. Now I am the father that sets the table for two, even though you are not here, who daily scrubs your dishes clean, never used. And like the arsonist about to torch the bridge, searching for some peace, I rearrange the furniture again. All right, and then this is a lot different, maybe a little less sophisticated. This is my own thing that I wrote. I haven't really edited it much, but I just felt like what I wanted to read. So this is called Deliverer, and this is my last thing, so thank you all. Both of the kittens had ringworm in January, and we ate Bisquick from the box. You licked your fingers 3 at a time, and I knew we would lose you. We survived by eating water lilies, slurped the tepid sun glow until our gums grew sprouts. I found your hair in the shower months ago, hugging a hidden curve of the curtain you bought when we were stoned at Walmart. There was lightning when you drove to the Dairy Queen in my car, so much lightning. The pedal under your toe with the Band-Aid, sweat sticking to my flip-flop. You saved your sweet and sour packets, and they are still in my knife drawer, waiting for someone who might want them. Thanks.